Dear students, a warm welcome to all of you in today's English grammar class. This is your English teacher Rajni, and today we are going to discuss the fourth and concluding part of the grammar topic, the determiners. Students, in our earlier three lessons, we have already discussed the three different parts of it, in which we have discussed the meaning or definition of determiners, its types, and some practice exercises. Now, in this lesson, we are going to discuss the meaning and types, but in brief. Rest of this lesson will be a practice task. That means I am going to give you some blanks to solve, and you have to fill the blanks at your own. Okay, students, so that means this lesson is going to be very interesting and fruitful for you. Just take your notebooks and pens with you so that you can note down all the important information and the practice exercise on your notebook. Okay, students, so without wasting our time, let's get started. We will start this lesson with the definition or meaning of determiner. So, what the definition says? To determine means to mark, to fix, or to limit. Therefore, a determiner is a word which limits or fixes the meaning of a noun. It is also called a noun marker. Let me explain this definition in few words, students. A determiner is a word. Yes, a determiner is a word placed in front of a noun to specify, quantify, or to clarify what the noun refers to. One more thing, students, determiner identifies whether the noun or noun phrase is general or specific. ਪਿਆਰੇ ਬੱਚਿਓ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਹੈ, ਡਿਟਰਮੀਨਰ ਅਜਿਹੇ ਵਰਡਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਹਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਨਾਉਨ ਜਾਂ ਨਾਉਨ ਫਰੇਜ਼ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਇਹ ਸਪੈਸੀਫਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਜਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਇਹ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਨਾਉਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਜਨਰਲ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਸਪੈਸੀਫਿਕ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਇਹ ਨਾਉਨ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂ ਨਾਉਨ ਫਰੇਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਫਿਕਸ ਜਾਂ ਮਾਰਕ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। So these words are called determiners. Now we will take some examples. We have two different sentences. The first is, he helped his friend, and second is, my friend gave me a pen. So in both of the sentences, two different words are highlighted. In first sentence, the word his is highlighted and it means that he helped only his friend, no one else. And in second sentence, the word my is highlighted and it means the person who gave me a pen is my friend. Okay, yeah, was my friend. So that means both of the words are determiners. Okay, students. So this was the definition or meaning of the topic determiners. Now we will discuss the types or kinds of determiner, but in brief. Types or kinds of determiners. Here are 5 types of determiners. The first is articles, second is numerals, third is demonstrative, next is quantitative, and last is possessive. Articles. What are the articles? Students, articles further have two types, indefinite articles and definite article. In indefinite articles, we take a and an. A is used before all the singular things and consonant sounds. That means if a word is starting from a consonant sound and it is singular, then we will use a. And an is used before the vowel sound. Next is the definite article, and definite article is the that is used with all the specific things. Next type is Possessives. Possessives. So possessive means these words can be used both before singular and plural nouns, and these words shows the belongingness. Words like my, our, your, his, her, their, and its are the examples of possessives. Next type is numerals. Numerals. Numerals are words that relate to numbers. There are three types of numeral: definite numerals, indefinite numerals, and distributive numerals. Next is quantitatives. Quantitatives. Words like some, any, little, much, etc. are determiners of quantity. So these are called quantitors. Okay, students? Last is demonstratives. Demonstratives. This, that, these, and those are called demonstrative determiners. They point out to the object denoted by the nouns that follow them. This and that are singular. These and those are plural. They shows which person, place, or thing is being talked about. Okay, students? So this was the definition, meaning, and types of determiners. I hope students you have noted down all the things on your notebooks. Now it's practice time. Yes, I'm going to give you some fill-ups that you have to fill at your own. Students, in other words, I want to check ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਇੰਨਾ ਲੈਸਨਸ ਤੋਂ ਲਰਨ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ. So for your better understanding, for the checking of your better understanding, I'm going to give you an exercise in the form of fill the blanks. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ blanks ਨੂੰ fill ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ. And after that, I am also going to give you the solutions. Then you can check your answers with the help of solutions. Okay, students? So let's start the practice task. The first blank is I went to dash window which commanded a large green garden. Okay, students? ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੋਚੋ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਬਲੈਂਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਆਏਗਾ, ਕਿਹੜਾ ਡਿਟਰਮੀਨਰ ਦੀ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਟਾਈਪ ਚੋਂ ਕਿਹੜਾ ਵਰਡ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏਗਾ. I went to dash window which commanded a large green garden. Next is I have dash work to do. Okay? Next is look out of the window for dash minute. Next is dash shirt is costly, but dash shirt is cheap. Dash books she had were all lost. So students, these are 5 blanks that I have given you. I hope you are noting down and you have also written the answers too. Let me give you the solutions. Yes. Now I am going to give you the solutions of these blanks. So just check your answers with the solutions. And I hope all your answers will be correct. Let's start. The first blank is I went to the window which commanded a large green garden. Yes, students. Now, there is definite article that we have used here. I went to the window. That means I went to that particular window which commanded to the garden. मैं उसी विंडो ते गया या गई, किसी होर विंडो ते नहीं. So that means this window is specified or particular. So we have used the definite article the here. Okay, students? Good. Next is I have some work to do. That means here we have used the word some. ਇੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ some word ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ. Some that means कि I have some work to do but don't know कितना काम है नहीं पता. I have some work to do. Next is look out of the window for a minute. Yes, look out of the window for a minute. Next is this shirt is costly, but that shirt is cheap. Now, in this blank, we have two different words, this and that. So this is, that means कि this जो है that is demonstrative and that is also demonstrative. This shirt means the shirt is closer to us for which we are talking. And that shirt means that is farther away for which we are talking. And both terms or both shirts are singular. So this shirt is costly, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ and that is singular, but that shirt is cheap. ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਦੂਰ ਹੋਵੇ and we are just demonstrating it. ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ demonstrate ਕਰਕੇ ਇਸ਼ਾਰਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਦੱਸ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਰਟ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ costly ਹੈ. Okay students, good. Next is the books she had were all lost. That means कि उसके कोल जिन्नियां भी books सन, specifically particularly जिन्नियां भी books सन ਉਹ उसने lost कर ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ, ਗੁਆ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਹਨ. So for that reason the definite article the is used here. Okay students, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ blanks ਸਮਝ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਹਨ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ words ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ fill ਕੀਤੇ ਹਨ. Next is dash pen cost 2 rupees. Next blank is, but I had dash idea of all this. He didn't make dash mistake in the essay. I borrowed dash books from him. It educates both dash blind and the helpers. Okay students, I hope you all are writing down while I was speaking. Let me repeat the blanks once again so that you can note down all the blanks easily. First or sixth blank is dash pen cost 2 rupees. Next is but I had dash idea of all this. Next is he didn't make dash mistakes in the essay. Ninth is I borrowed dash books from him. 10th one is it educates both dash blind and the helpers. Okay students, good. Now I hope कि ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਹਦੇ answers ਵੀ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਲਿਖ ਲਏ ਹਨ. Let's take the solutions. Sixth one is this pen costs 2 rupees. So that means, for example, if there is a pen lying in front of you and you have to tell someone कि ਇਹ किन्ने दा है, then what will you say? You will demonstrate it. Yes students, you will demonstrate that particular pen. ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਇਸ਼ਾਰਾ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਂ ਉਸਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਕੇ ਦੱਸੋਗੇ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਉਹਦਾ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਹੈ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈ. So that means you are demonstrating that pen. For that reason this is used here. The pen is singular and the object is closer to you. So here the determiner demonstrative is used. Next is but I had no idea of all this. That means कि मैंने ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ idea ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ. So the word no will be here. Next is he didn't make many mistakes in the essay. दैट मीन्स मैनी, मैनी मतलब बहुत ज्यादा, बट डिडंट लगा है, ਇਹਦਾ मतलब है कि उसने बहुत ज्यादा मिस्टेक्स नहीं की। मिस्टेक्स जोड़ा वर्ड है दैट इज प्लूरल। सो ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ many word ਦਾ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। many means कि उसने बहुत ज्यादा ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਹਨ, but didn't means कि ज्यादा नहीं ਹਨ। Okay students, ninth one is I borrowed some books from him। मैं ਉਹਦੇ ਕੋਲੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਬੁక్స్ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਹਨ ਉਹ ਲਈਆਂ ਹਨ। So here the word some is used, that is a quantitative. It is showing us the quantity of something, but not exactly. I borrowed some books, but don't know. ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਲਈਆਂ ਹਨ ਉਹ exactly ਨਹੀਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ। So that means here the word some is a quantitative or quantifier that is showing us the quantity of something, but not the exact number. Next one is it educates both the blind and the helpers. Now here the word blind is specified. कोई आम इंसान जड़ा है, कोई भी इंसान जड़ा है that is blind, he is not a normal person. So इस करके स्पेसिफाई होने दे कारण ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ the यानी डेफिनेट आर्टिकल the ਦਾ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ओके स्टूडेंट्स, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਬਲੈਂਕਸ ਵੀ ਸਮਝ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਹਨ। Now let's take some more exercise. Here are some more blanks. 11th one is we should look into dash depth of the problem. Next is it was dash daring idea. Next is dash boys attended the class. Next is this is dash good home for him. Next, dash teachers were asked to be present on Sunday. Students, let me read all the blanks once again. 11th one is we should look into dash depth of the problem. It was dash daring idea. Dash boys attended the class. This is dash good home for him. Dash teachers were asked to be present on Sunday. Now just fill these blanks with suitable determiners. Here are the solutions. We should look into the depth of the problem. Here, the term is specified or particular. That's why we have used the definite article the here. Next is, it was a daring idea. That means the idea is a thing or any idea, but it is singular. And we have used the indefinite article a here. Next is 10 boys attended the class. Now 10 is numeral article. That means cardinal number. Yes, cardinal, 10, cardinal. 10 boys are there who attended the class. That means only 10 boys attended the class. So this is an example of numeral determiner. Next is, this is a good home for him. Again, this is a general thing that this is a good home for him. So the indefinite article a is used here. 15th blank is 5 teachers were asked to present on Sunday. So here the number, exact number 5 is given. That is again an example of cardinal numerals. Yes, number 5. 5 teachers were asked to present on Sunday. So it is an example of cardinal numerals. Good. I hope your answers are correct. Now we have some more blanks. 16th is dash sum cannot be solved by dash silly boys. Next is Besides them stood Posture holding a narrow tube in dash hand. They took samples from dash brain of a dog that had died. Dash little knowledge is dash dangerous thing. He takes dash interest in me. Okay, students? Good. Let me repeat the blanks once again. Dash sum cannot be solved by dash silly boys. Besides them stood Posture holding a narrow tube in dash hands. They took samples from dash brain of a dog that had died. Dash little knowledge is dash dangerous thing. He takes dash interest in me. So students, these were the blanks. Now it's time to take solutions. This sum cannot be solved by those silly boys. Now students, this is an example of demonstrative determiner. This sum means there is a single sum, and those silly boys means there are more than one boys. That means the boys are in plural term and the boys are farther, not closer to the speaker. That's why the demonstrative determiner those is used here. Next is, besides them stood Posture holding a narrow tube in his hands. So that is an example of possessiveness. That means Posture is holding a tube in his hand. Okay, students? Next is, they took samples from the brain of a dog that had died. So the brain is specified, a particular thing. And that's why the definite article the is used here. They took samples from the brain of a dog that had died. So brain is the particular or specific thing. Second last is, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. So students, during our discussion of our rules, we discussed that before the word little, we use a. So that's why here the indefinite article is used before little. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Last one is, he takes no interest in me. Okay, students, good. I hope all your answers are correct. So students, this was the practice task of this lesson. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson too. Let's conclude this lesson by discussing the definition once again. So, to determine means to mark, to fix, or to limit. Therefore, a determiner is a word which limits or fixes the meaning of a noun. It is also called a noun marker. In other words, if we say a determiner is a word placed in front of a noun to specify, quantify, or to clarify what the noun refers to. One more thing, determiner identifies whether the noun or noun phrase is general or specific. So, this is the meaning or definition of the term determiners. Now, students, we will take the kinds once again. So, there are 5 kinds that we have discussed in all the lessons. The first is articles, and in this kind article we have discussed further 2 more kinds, indefinite articles and definite articles. Then we have discussed possessives, after that numerals, then the quantitatives, and the last is demonstratives. Good. ਮੈਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਚੈਪਟਰ, ਇਹ ਲੈਸਨ ਔਰ ਇਹ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਮਝ ਵੀ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਣੀ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਡੇਲੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਵਿੱਚ ਡਿਟਰਮੀਨਰਸ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸੋਲਵ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। Okay, students. So this was all about the chapter. Take care. Bye bye.